I know it's been a minute since we've done one of these Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Review show. But tonight, you're going to get a Tuesday night flavor. So if you guys are liking this and enjoying this, give us a like, love, and share. And we're going to see you guys, because Raw, I think, was pretty good. So we're going to see you. We're going to see you guys on the other side. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Unpopular Review, the Monday Night Raw review show. It's been a minute since we've done a Monday Night Review show, but to pull the curtains a little bit, the captain said, Raw has been getting really, really good. What's going on with that Raw review show? So we're here. The last 2 weeks has been pretty solid. Tonight was pretty solid. I mean, I think there was some, if they took this out, that would have been fine, but we had a great United States Championship match. There's some stories we're developing, and Dexter Lumis said, "Hey!"
I love him.
Oh my God, that was so funny! Like the way he just popped up out of nowhere. And starting off, what's going on, Big Joey Cool? That's my good friend there. How you doing, sir? He's a great guy. He lives in the Bronx too. He's a good guy.
I'm sorry for him.
Yeah.
This is self-dragging, okay? This isn't like a.
That's the first. I'm gonna save this because you always fight me with. But we're gonna leave it alone because I don't
talk crap about the Bronx. That's it.
You what?
Only I can talk crap about the Bronx because I'm from the Bronx.
I agree. That's Boo, and he says, "High five." And what's going on, H-Man? H-Man's my guy. He was sitting there. He's a good guy. He told me he was sorry that I had to review The Notebook. But all is good. But let's talk about Monday Night Raw. It opens up. They're at Washington, D.C. We were supposed to be joined. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold it together.
Stop.
It was supposed to be the third. It was supposed to be a third one. But guess what? It's hard being... okay, let me be a professional. So he was there on Raw. He was there on Raw, the UPR champion. You'll be surprised that hopefully you get to see him at some point. But Steaming Willie Beaming was on Raw. He was there, and it opened up with Judgment Day. They opened up. All three of them come out. I do want to point out, who do you think is the leader of this? I feel like I already know your answer, but who do you think is the leader of this faction?
I think we know who the leader is. And I'm not going to say for my own protection because Rhea's been out of her mind lately. So
Rhea has been like,
we know. I'm not gonna say.
It's Rhea because who came out in the middle? Come on, who came out in the middle?
Well, duh, they're respectful men.
And this is what I got to deal with on Tuesdays. But I thought it was really cool. So this is what I thought was cool because I didn't get to see last week. I was making my way back from North Carolina last week, so I didn't see Raw. But I was seeing this as they were doing their little promo in the ring. They had this special lighting. Like if you looked on the ground, right, it was something special about like the shadow. I can't explain it, but I thought that was a really cool feature to make them feel big. Because honestly, Judgment Day, I remember one time on the show I said, let's just be patient with it. Give it time. Judgment Day has not been hitting for me. Honestly, they just really haven't. I mean, loss after loss. It just felt like a lot of steam has been removed from them. But tonight, I feel like a lot of steam has been coming. I mean, for the last maybe week, because even last week where we had Finn against Rey Mysterio, Beach Rey Mysterio. I mean, he had to win at some point. I mean, I'm not saying nothing, but...
1, 2, 3... Just say, like, so everyone's thinking it. Just say that Judgment Day has not been taken seriously since Triple H took the helm. That's just it. That's what everyone's thinking. It's the truth.
No, it is. I'm glad you.
And now you just gotta, just deal with what you deal with. As they said, it's their show. They're running things.
Okay. So yeah, there's some stuff here. They talk about how they pretty much put out Dom Mysterio. We got George in here, but we're gonna get to some of the chat. But we see you guys. But they talk about how they put out Dom. They talk about what's my man's name? Damien. He's talking about because he's gonna have a match next week against Edge, and they're gonna have a match. And they're gonna say they're gonna put him in retirement fully, and he's not gonna come back. He's not gonna do acting. And then Rey Mysterio has enough of this. He just sat here and said he wants to avenge his best friend's son. So he comes out to the ring with a steel chair, and he takes out Finn, he takes out Damien. But you got something you want to add? Please add this in.
I just realized what they're gonna do.
Please enlighten us. Take the floor.
So next week, definitely, Judgment Day is going to get involved somehow. And what it's going to lead to is, see how they've been like kind of interjecting Rhea a lot? You already know what time it is. Who don't play about Edge? Who don't play about Edge?
Oh.
That's it. Oh, it just popped in my head. Yeah, they're going to make it official. The match will be made official next week. That's it.
Oh, I already see what I forgot all about her, honestly. But that's good. That's good because why
they took out Dominique. That's why they took out Dominique, so that it makes sense.
No, Dominic wanted to be taken out by Rhea. I just rate.
It's true because it's been Rey and Dominique. So this is the best way to take Dominique out, and now it's like, okay, it's Edge and it's Rey. Now we need a third. Beth.
There we go. The family is back to. You know what's funny though about last week? I do want to say this. I mean, wrestling's just hilarious to me. But when you have Rey and he sits there and says, Dom, I've known Edge for 20 years. Yeah, in those 20 years, he's kind of kicked you in the groin, Rey. He hasn't always done the right thing. So I think Eddie Guerrero's son is on point with something. But whatever. I digress. But I mean, Rey gets utterly destroyed. They just jumped this legend. They just beat the hell out of him. They stomp him out. Rey is seeing, 2, 4, 6 pairs of feet stomping him. Rey just looking like someone who just came out of a bodega.
I hate you.
Yeah, and they just sat here and said you. And it was beef on site. They destroyed Rey. I mean, like you said, Rhea was getting involved a lot. Rhea looked like she was running the circus, honestly. It really seemed that way to me. She got in the way. She even hit a DDT on Rey. And the bloodthirsty people of Washington said, thank you, Triple H. You guys are just the worst.
Yeah.
And you heard her. She said, yeah, very tiny, but yeah, I want you to understand that. And they beat the hell out of him. Finn hits the coup de grace, sits on him. Just sits on him with all his flatness.
He really just stayed there. He's so sick.
Yeah. And they jumped him. They leave Rey. Rey got his ass kicked. So that was the opening segment. And I thought that was a pretty solid opening. I mean, I thought that was good. They got there talking. They was talking. They were making him feel like a threat. And they also wanted to hype up for next week's match between Damien Priest and Edge. Who wasn't there. It was funny because they mentioned all these names and like none of these people were here. I was like, damn, it seemed like no one's here. But Edge was in Canada because I think he was filming something. I forgot if it was a movie or something like that, but he's doing something like that. Do you want to dig into this a little bit more before we go into the next match and then we can get into the comments?
I mean, it's not really much to dig in. I've already given what I think is going to happen next week. And if it happens, you just have to admit that I'm a seer, and I just know things.
I've been calling you Dr. Chase, Strange Steer since whatever. I don't know. I haven't figured out the pronunciation yet because my pronunciation is awful. But let's talk about this opening. We have Asuka and Alexa Bliss against Doudrop and Nikki ASS. So what did you think about this match?
I thought it was a pretty solid match. Like, I don't think it was like, but I thought it was a good match. I didn't think it was bad at all. I think Asuka definitely was an MVP of this match, which is, it's not an insult to anybody because it's Asuka. It's like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? It's really hard to upstage Asuka, as what I'm saying. So it's definitely not a slight to the other women. Just saying, I noticed Asuka was doing her due diligence to make sure that this match was what it needed to be.
No, she was doing a damn thing out there. There was a spot, and it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because like the hip attack.
Yeah.
Alexia did it, and I said, "Girl, stop that."
You.
I fell out laughing. I said, "No, no, no, no." I'm sorry.
I hate you.
I know you do.
Speaking of Alexa, I really, I don't know, but is
hate our theme.
Am I the only person that feels like there's something missing with her lately? Like something.
Like what? What is it? What are you thinking? Like what is missing?
Nothing. Just like that special thing that she used to have. I don't know. Ever since she's returned from the whole Fiend stuff, I just feel like something's off, and I want her to. You know what? I think I just miss the goddess. I miss the goddess. I can't lie.
I think and probably do. Listen, you got Kevin Owens now back being the prize fighter. God. And maybe it's time to just go back like that. I think they're trying to find a mix between the goddess and have her as, I don't know what this is, because God, so with the goddess,
like generic, like default type babyface character, and I don't like that because she's so much more than that.
She is. And I think also too, her being paired as a team, she was better off kind of on her own doing the hill stuff. So I can see what you mean by that, where you're like, I kind of miss when she was doing these things because she was a lot more featured. Now she's like second fiddle. She's like, holding and also too being in a team. You said something really smart when you said her and Asuka as a team. It's really hard to outstage Asuka. I mean, I don't understand a damn thing the woman says, but I'm always with it. When she's doing like this, I'm with it too. But yeah, it was really like this match was like nothing to really, we're not gonna sit here and say 5,000 to tuck you down, but got the job done. Storytelling. Bianca Belair was out there with them, and what I want to get it after they won. The other team that advanced from last week, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, with Bailey were out there, and they was eyeing them and stuff like that. So obviously they want to continue this storyline going in. But before we go on any further, do you want to look at some of these chats here, Captain?
I do.
Oh, let's take a look at the chat.
So you want me?
I got you, Don. You know what?
How you gonna bring it up and then tell me?
You know what? Say no more, fam. We got good evening from Joe. Got H-Man. Both of y'all 24 hours early. Yep. Good. That's what we do. We're the top duo. That's what we do. We got high five. I guess he was high fiving because he's from Bronx too. Damien Priest is the leader. He's getting the biggest match right now. Yeah, and he's about to get his ass kicked too. I mean, I just think Rhea is just the one running everything. Because even Finn, when he was talking, I kind of turned my head.
Sorry, not too much.
I am very too much. How dare you? There's no leader. We got Kermit the Frog in the comments.
Listen, I'm so sorry, but Finn has never been in a group where he wasn't the leader. So I don't know. Y'all gonna have to catch it, or because it's definitely. You know what?
No, what, Shay? What? Because you're about to say some really cool stuff, and it's not happening here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut you off right here.
Follower in any group, like I'm so sorry. Like that's just not even his aura does not even give follower. That's the sick part about it. But whatever.
I love when she says whatever, and then she just laughs. That means she's gonna laugh you off. We got Raw was pretty solid tonight. Wow, there's an agreement with me. I didn't think any of you guys agree with me. I agree with bad guys.
Judgment Day said his piece. I know how George feels about Judgment Day, and
George is fantastic. This is what Judgment Day was once upon a time. Am I lying? No.
Sleep, but I was up, so I don't know. I can only speak from my experience. If I was asleep, I was up.
Okay.
I was up.
Ever since Edge left, it fell off. Rhea looks more interesting, but getting no storylines. The other two are just there.
Lies! Oh my God, no, I can't.
Don't do that to H-Man. H-Man is a great man.
H-Man, there.
H-Man, listen. H-Man, you're renamed. You're the Great H. That's your new name.
There. I'm sorry. I'll take that for Damien, but Finn has not just been
you forgot about Beth when they mentioned her tonight. Well, easy, because I wasn't listening.
It's 3 hours, man. For God's
Yeah,
sake.
absolutely. Yeah, Kermit the Frog. You're drinking your tea. Go drink tea.
Probably.
Probably tied up somewhere. He probably is. It's getting bad now with Dominic. Edge and Rey Mysterio and Beth versus Judgment Day at Clash of Champions. Yes, I agree. Yeah, that was a good call good call. Damn, they're great. Thank you, George. You're phenomenal. I'm going to say that Asuka and Alexia will win against Dakota and Sky, but Cap don't agree. But be on the lookout for Bianca and Bayley ringside. But you know what's interesting? I feel like they're overbooked, right? I had to be reminded about this. So the next pay-per-view was Clash at the Castle, right? Yeah. There's already a 6-person tag. So it makes you go, are they going to go? Oh, right. No, they're facing each other next week, I think, right? Or something like that, because they're both in the – okay, never mind. Disregard. Ed was in Canada to attend the anniversary of HBK. Who's your dad? Oh. Who's your daddy? What was that? Oh, that was that's a thing that was celebrating?
That's really a thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was that a thing? That threw me off.
So bossed up, but
what would happen if the winner of the women's tag team championship tournament and get confronted by the actual? Yeah, then we're gonna have one of those champions versus champion things. Who's the real champion?
Yeah, and they're gonna do it better.
See what she did there, right? See what she did there. She's not throwing mud. So Alexia has been getting nothing.
Ladies, this is more of a lady thing than it is
a situation. Please dial emergency services.
Alexa,
from your
stop.
phone. Otherwise,
Alexa, stop. I apologize. When you say Alexa, it's just, and she's right there. So, she gets worked up.
Alexa!
I put her on mute.
Oh.
You know where my blood pressure is? Yeah, exactly. Guess where my blood pressure is, everybody. I'll let you take a good guess. Let me get to this. Alexa has been getting nothing. She feels like a video game face. Jesus. Also, since Bayley joined them back, she's not getting her title shot she called before SummerSlam. You want to take that?
Can I touch on that? I really want to touch on what Himanshu said. Sure. So my thought process is I feel like they have to put her in tag teams because Alexa's one of those, she's more of like an on-screen character for like the last 2 years. She's felt like more so than a wrestler, not like in an insulting way, but saying she's been so deeply enveloped in her characters and storylines that I feel like that's been so intriguing. And now she comes back and it's just nothing, just regular, hey, I'm a good guy. I'm this is not even like you. But also Alexa, the goddess character, when you really think back to it, and a lot of people remember this, the reign was crazy. It was to the point where it's Alexa couldn't be overshadowed because she was just a powerful character. I'm sorry, she was.
The way Alexa was once upon a time, it's so funny you mention all that because there was a period, it was this is gonna sound strange, but bear with me. Almost an equal footing to Charlotte. And I know that sounds very weird because Charlotte's all the way up here, but the way that she was winning championship matches and just even matches in general, and you look at the two, obviously two different heights and stuff like that. But the way you would think, the way they were booking Alexia, you would think she was over 5'4".
Yep. Exactly. So you get what I'm saying.
I listen to you. That's why.
All right. What's the other comments? Let me see.
You want? Okay, what we got?
Daily challenge. Oh yeah, that's definitely happening. That's definitely where it's headed for sure.
What we got? Bayley. Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry. I was getting my notes. I apologize.
What do you not want Bayley to have a title?
No, Bayley. I love Bayley. We took a picture, and she told me that I was her best friend.
Oh.
She did. She sat there and said, "You're a good guy, Jack. You."
I did.
She did. She kicked me off. So I mean, tomorrow.
Crap about Braun. It's it's over. I'm done with it.
See you tomorrow, George. I mean, Jeffrey. There's too many G's. You guys are all G's. And if you're a real G, give us a like, love, and share, and it'll help out the brand. I know this is a rare Monday Night Raw review show. So please, I hope you guys are having a good time. We thank you for being up with us. It is over here at least 11:25, and you guys are up, and we appreciate you guys being here. And we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be reviewing Heat Wave. It's going to be fun. Me and the captain. Hello. You get us twice in 1 week. Jesus, we are just gifting you guys. Just gifting you guys. She's gifting you with that pretty smile. I'm sitting here gifting you with my yells. Come on. It's tremendous.
All right.
What's the next segment? Oh, Theory is back.
Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna move on from there.
Anyway, let's talk about it. So I feel like when he did this interview and just everything he said, like, I'm like, y'all don't see this man as a whole star. This man is really just, he has it. And I knew he had it from the first day I see this guy. I was like, he has it. And he's proving me right. And I love when wrestlers prove me right. It's great. And then he tore Dolph Ziggler's ass. Oh, he got him good. He got him good. To the point Dolph couldn't even talk back. He just had to swing. At that point, you just gotta.
You have to. You have to. You gotta lay hands and feet on people after that. After being tore up like that. Listen, Dolph is, I wouldn't even say he's been having a bad year. I mean, former NXT champion, but these young guys are just tired of this old ass. It's just been Braun. I'm trying to think of who else, someone young. I just feel like every time they see Dolph Ziggler, you bring up SpongeBob fact, but there's a SpongeBob show I love, right? And there's the one where SpongeBob's running, and then they say, "How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?" And he just beat up the old man, and that's Dolph Ziggler's become the old man. These young guys are just beating the hell out of him. And it leads it to a match for later on. So it wasn't much for a segment, but it was supposed to set up. But let's talk about this tag match before we do a commercial break. I thought this was a fun match. I really, really thought it was a fun match. Miz and Ciampa. But before we talk about that, let's talk about that segment at the beginning. Before that, Miz is the kind of friend, right? He sits there and he says, "I got a gift for you." And you're excited. You're like, "Oh, what's the gift?" You thinking it's, good. And Miz gives him a card, I guess, of him and Ciampa hugging each other. And the way Ciampa looked, he was like, wow. But deep down inside, and let me tell you something. Maybe Monday Night Raw Ciampa would do this, but NXT Ciampa would never. He would have flipped over a chair. Listen, NXT Ciampa, I miss NXT Ciampa because remember he used to just terrorize Johnny Gargano. Like he would just, if he was just outside, he would just beat up Johnny. And this guy is accepting the card. But whatever. We get this segment, and he says like, "Wow, thanks, Miz." Then we get the match. We get Miz and Ciampa against Mustafa Ali. I apologize. I always mix his name up. But Mustafa Ali, not Mufasa. Mufasa's dead. Against Cedric. He is. Scar did some. Scar scarred me. And then we have Cedric Alexander.
You're beating us up right now.
But Cedric Alexander, and it was great because I like Cedric Alexander. I'm sorry, I'm getting my names together. Bear with me, folks. I'm usually not here on a Monday. I'm usually like cursing at someone on the phone. But we have this match. It was a fun match. I was glad to see Cedric out there. There was this really cool spot, and Ciampa's done this twice because he did this. It was one of the earliest shows with Joe Gacy where he goes for like the springboard. I love how Ciampa is just like, no, okay. He's just flat out like, nah, you're not. It reminded me of like throwback TNA Joe, Samoa Joe, when a guy would try to do a crossbody and Samoa Joe would just gingerly just walk away like, nah, no. Absolutely. He says, "I don't have time for this spot. That don't work for me, brother." And I just thought this was really, really good. I thought it was a really fun match. Like I really was getting into it. I really got into it. It was fun. I thought the ending was cool. I really did thought it was cool. I doubt he got all of it, but that's fine. But Ali was going for the 450, and Ciampa comes out with the tiger knee. Anybody who plays Street Fighter, tiger knee the hell out of him. And then you just see Ali on the ground. I don't know why there was an explosion, but there was an explosion when I saw it. And Ali's on the ground, and then he just gets hit with the fairy tale ending, and Ciampa just pins him. And the Avengers now want to know your location, Miz and Ciampa. But I thought it was a fun match. What did you think about it, Kat?
No, I enjoyed it. It was nice, and I'm just so happy. I remember a time when Ciampa was in NXT and people were scared to death. They was like, "Don't ever let him go up to main roster." They were scared. They were fighting for their lives. And look at him. He's doing great. I mean, obviously, yes, there's different creative control, but still, okay? He's doing great. He had an amazing match last week. He had a great match this week. And he's actually, getting an opportunity, which is something I was so afraid under previous
regime.
I was afraid that he would not get the opportunity, but he's getting that, and that's all I can ask for. I'm really happy.
But you can understand why everyone was concerned. Yeah. And even then, when I look at this, I would have never brought up Ciampa. He did that thing when he was running by himself for a minute, but now they have him with Miz, and I was like,
Which is great.
You said, I want you to explain, because I remember us talking one time. I don't know if we did it on air, but I remember you mentioning something like, why do you think that's a good thing for Ciampa to be with the Miz?
Because I feel like it's good to kind of get him mixed in with more like mainstream. Like, there's a difference between having a certain type of charisma, like being like a wrestler, like, and then that crossover type of character and charisma. It's just different. It's a little different. It's a little tweaks, but it's there. Miz has that down pat, as we know. So I love when they pair the Miz with certain guys who maybe they feel like need that extra help for that crossover appeal. Because Ciampa already has everything else going on, period.
Yeah, he's in great shape. I mean, he's a great wrestler. I mean, I don't think he could talk. I think he delivers a promo different from the Miz. Miz is just charismatic. Like when he talks, I mean,
but you don't even have to be serious about it. We need Miz to give him that more fun, more, not so, when he looks like this and he puts his hand like this, I'm like, oh God.
You know what was funny? I did want to mention this. I thought it was really, really hilarious. I think it was after that spot I mentioned with Cedric, right? Mm-hmm. And they do. And you see the Miz tap him. I just thought that was funny. I thought that was really, really good stuff.
Yeah, see, that's what I want to see more of that. I want, Ciampa to just have everything. I really am so happy for him, and I'm happy about this pairing with him, the Miz, because it's just like stark differences. I mean, it's, the Miz, he's very like, a fun character. He does a lot, whereas Ciampa's very serious. It's perfect.
No, you got a valid point there, and that's great stuff. And you guys are great, and you guys are watching Unpopular Review, a rare raw review show, and it's got that Tuesday night flavor with the bad guy and the captain. We're going to be back again tomorrow, but we're going to do a commercial break real quick, and we're going to come back right after these words.
Hold up. We have Pretty Deadly versus Don't Start with Your Foolery versus Briggs and Jensen for the UK tag title. So, Pretty Deadly. I already know Pretty Deadly can put on really great matches, and I think Briggs and Jensen can as well, but they haven't done it as much as Pretty Deadly, so I've kind of been waiting. But this match showed me that they definitely have come up to par. They're great. And here you go. Like, you just hate them so bad. What did they do to you? I understand that, Jensen's, jorts were a little bit a lot today. End up retaining. How do you feel? I don't know how to calm this man down.
And she never will. Because I am a madman. I should change my name to... What'd you say?
You are a madman.
I am madman. I was thinking about changing it to Mad Guy Jack. And just flips the... There was a guy in TNA one time, Crash Holly. His name was Mad Max or something like that. And then now he said, I'm so... He said, why is he so mad? I said, if this guy don't shut the fuck up. But we're talking... Monday Night Raw. We got a lot of comments. One we're going to totally skip over, but because what in the hell?
I wanted to answer George's question.
Sure, go ahead, please. Take over.
He said, do you think that Zoe Stark takes the NXT Women's Championship this Tuesday, even though she I feel like it's very probable. They're already rebranding half of Toxic Attraction, kind of. Like, they're retelling their story as if they're getting them ready to go or do something. And notice when they showed their favorite photos on Instagram this week, tonight on Raw, what was the last photo? Mandy?
It was Mandy, right.
Trying to get your minds ready for what is going to happen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I just can't stand you. Anyways.
But you're sitting.
Yes, Dolph Ziggler is definitely Mr. Dependable. Him and the Miz for sure.
Listen, I mean, at this rate, Dolph Ziggler knows what his place is in the company. And listen, I can't sit here and say he had an awful career. It's not an awful career. You know, right now, he's in that position now. He's 40-something. Still look good at 40-something because some of you 20-year-olds look like shit. But here's this guy, 40-something, still looking good shape. And he just knows what his place is. I got to put this guy over. Theory, it just sounds so stupid just saying theory. Hopefully they gave him Austin eventually back. Hopefully. Like they're giving a lot of people their first name back. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I feel like they took the Austin part away because they didn't want to confuse people.
Wrestling fans are stupid. Just
you know I'm right. You know I'm right.
Well, who are you talking to, me?
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what, sweetheart? You know I'm right. They're stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. All right, there. High five. Hello, right there. Bung, give me that. Right there. Bung. I love when she laughs. That means we're gonna have a great show. Drew McIntyre comes out. There was all hell going through the hallway when he was walking. There was like, was there a fire or something like that? Because there was like a fire going on. There was a hand. Yeah. I wish we had the picture. We didn't have the picture, but everyone thought. Shay, why don't you tell them what did everyone think? Whose hand did they think that was?
They thought it was the Fiend. Unfortunately, but I think it was probably just Dexter Lumis. It kind of looked like he was trying to come in, so it was showing him coming in, which would explain why he was jumping over barricades and whatever else he was doing.
Here I am.
He was doing that, and I mean, I'm sure he'll pop up eventually, but I think he's going to SmackDown personally.
You know, so I do want to talk about this a little bit. So I was thinking to myself, okay, if the Fiend came back, well, Randy is out right now. His last feud was with Randy. Randy's out, but wouldn't he go for the Roman, because Roman took the title off him? I'm just asking, like, what would he? I guess you could just bring him back and he just comes back, but wouldn't he go back after being gone for so long? Go back for his title. Go back. Well, like I said, Randy's out, but I don't know. I was thinking those kind of things. I was like, what would he just be doing randomly on Raw? Like, what was? You know who I thought that was? You know whose hand I thought that was? You said it looked like someone was trying to I thought it was Dominic Mysterio, like asking for help, and you fools did nothing except just watch. Everyone sitting here said, "Oh, it's the Fiend. Let me fantasy book." Santa ain't real.
So what I want to say to that is,
dumbass.
I don't think, like, I get what you're saying, and definitely the continuity of it would be great for Fiend and Roman,
but
they don't want to back themselves into a corner. And
fair enough.
Bring the Fiend back, and his first, real big match, he loses. Then you got the people. He ruined them all again. I hate him now. Like, all this dramatic. They're so dramatic. Like, it's the truth. So, and I know we're going to get to that point at some point.
Absolutely.
Never lose. This is what I can't. This is my issue with the Fiend fans. It's like, when is a good time for him to lose? When?
So can I sit here and say this? I'll sit here and say this. Since we're just having this conversation with the Fiend, I never thought he should have had that Universal Championship match against Seth to begin with. I just thought they backed himself in the corner because he had to win. To me, he just had to win. Now, does he need to lose? Of course, absolutely. The Undertaker eventually lost, so for sure. You're going to laugh at me, so I'm going to need you to mute yourself and contain yourself. But he had no business losing to freaking Bill Goldberg. Let me tell you something. That had no business. Why? Why did that happen? Okay? Let me tell you something. 2020 was a hard year for me. All right. The Fiend was the champ, and I didn't ask for this. I didn't sit here and say, hey, I need the Fiend to be the world heavyweight champion. I never asked for that stuff, but I understood the appeal. I understood people love this stuff. I said, good for you, because it makes people happy. That's good. Then Bill Goldberg, with all his baldness, can't mind his business, comes out of a retirement home, rubs 2 packs WD-40 on his knees and just comes out of nowhere and beats Fiend. Now, I got to ask you, did Goldberg need to beat the Fiend? No, he didn't. And he did. And you people ate it up. You guys, some of you guys ate it up. Y'all won't even cook your girlfriend's bad cooking, but y'all ate that up. The nerve of you guys. Oh, my God, my blood pressure. Oh, man. He shouldn't have lost to Goldberg. I'm just going to say that officially. Goldberg had no business winning that. So to answer your question, should he eventually lose? Of course. But was Goldberg the one to do it? Was Goldberg the one who didn't even do a full jackhammer, which I don't blame him because the Fiend looks like he doesn't put down the fork. So I'm not going to sit here and badmouth him for not lifting him up. I couldn't have even lift him up even just slightly. But Goldberg, what a suplex. It wasn't even a jackhammer. It was a suplex, and it beat him, and it upset me. And there's a vein, a violent vein in my neck right now. So please take over.
I'm so sorry to hear that you had that experience. For me, that day was euphoric. When he beat him, it was less than 3 minutes as well. I just want to put that out there. It was a great day for me because I was still waiting for my lick back from what he did to Finn at SummerSlam. So that was a great redemption arc for me and for Balor Club. So I was quite pleased.
Let's move on right now. Because right now, what you just did, you think you said some really interesting stuff, but you didn't, Captain. Listen, Sawyer, I'm going to need you to get it together.
Goldberg was doing the Lord's work, I fear.
Where's Bobby Lashley? You know what I loved last year? When he put...
Don't start! When he what?
Playing from RPJ's iPhone.
Alexia, I'm going to need you to get it together, baby. Let's move on because this is I'm sweating.
Likes when I yell at you because that's when she starts to pipe up.
And she shouldn't. You shouldn't yell at me. You should get it together.
So let's move on. We got Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Right now, the last few, I'd say a year.
I just wanted to agree with him.
Such a beautiful, woken up moment. It really woke the streets up that day.
What?
Great.
What woke up the streets? What woke up the streets, Shayna? What woke up the streets, Sawyer? Because right now, no. I try to be polite to you. I try to be so nice. No, what was that? What was that supposed to be?
The minute he hit him with the spear, my block woke up. I don't know about anybody else's block. My block woke up. I don't know.
That sounds like a dangerous block.
It is.
Yeah.
I already told you I'm from the Bronx, okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Drew McIntyre himself, he's all pumped up. It's aggressive. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I get a little frightened when he's so, yelling. Because I'm like, does the situation call for the yelling?
Yes.
Okay. So...
As a yeller, yes, I can tell you. You just have to express how the person is feeling. This promo was good, but please take the floor, Captain. The floor is yours, darling.
So you really cannot. So Drew's just talking his talk, and you know what? He was spitting a little bit, but then I was like, "Calm yourself." And so then that's when Kevin came out, and Kevin was also like, "Calm yourself," and he kind of gagged him a bit, as he should. I knew it. Honestly, the minute that Kevin walked out, I was like, Kevin about to get up in his ass. I just know that. Yeah. Well, it's your problem that you're thinking like that. Because I'm not even saying that. So you're thinking like that, regulate yourself. Kevin was eating him up, and we have the prize fighter back, which I'm so happy about because it's Kevin Owens, prize fighter. We remember the iconic moments this man brought as the prize fighter. So I was very, very, very happy with this exchange, and I thought they killed it. It was so intense. They had the crowd hot. I loved it. Great.
This was a great promo. I agree with you. It was a great promo. I wanted to throw out some things that he said. He talked about not holding the title in 5 years. I didn't even realize he didn't hold it for so long. That building that they were in, he mentioned having that iconic. Well, I say iconic, but because we throw those words out around in wrestling, but. Pretty good match between him and Sami Zayn. How many years ago was that?
Battleground.
Yes, 2016. and they had a really, really good match. And I mean, it was really good promo. I mean, I got worked up. The blood was flowing. I was ready to flip a table. I had to calm down a little bit because I realized my laptop was there, so I didn't flip nothing over. And also, too, I didn't want Dave Meltzer giving me 5 stars at the Tokyo Dome. But it was a great promo that led to a match, and the match was pretty good. We didn't get a winner, and I kind of like it that way because I don't want Kevin losing anytime soon, and it doesn't make sense for Drew to lose. But I did like that the encounter, the little tease on what can happen if they have a program, or I don't see Drew winning the championship at Clash of the Champions. I don't see that for him. But just saying, put him in a program or somewhere they actually have a match and we get a decide. They work very well with each other. Some really, really great stuff. Kevin Owens, it's funny. When I make my characters in these 2K games, I have a frog splash as a regular move and the swanton as like a signature. So when he did the frog splash and swanton, I said, yes. I said, he understands. Kevin was trying to win. Chris Canyon, speaks to Ric Flair is what brought me here. Who's Chris Canyon?
Glad you're here.
You're Chris Canyon? I see the Miz turning on. Absolutely. Or maybe Ciampa beats him to the punch. You know, we're saying all that. Ciampa could beat him to the punch. He looked at that gif like, what the hell is this?
Listen, Ciampa and Miz are both habitual friend betrayers. So it's all about who is going to do it first, okay? Yeah. He's lucky he's not in this race with Kevin because Kevin would have did it.
Kevin, listen, right now, who are we talking about? If it was Kevin and Miz?
Yeah.
Okay, if it was Kevin, we'd be talking about how they're cleaning blood on Miz's back because there's a knife in it. Because Kevin really goes for it immediately. Kevin, I wouldn't trust Kevin. If he was really my friend, I keep him at a distance, because he turns on you. But this match was good. Remember how Cedric was signed? People back. Yeah, I do. Matter of fact, that was my first exposure to him was the Cruiserweight Classic. See, Sawyer.
Whatever. Elvis.
He said you're Sawyer. He said you're beautiful. Say thank you.
Because he said something else later on that I quoted.
Well,
I wasn't going to catch it.
Well, look, listen, that's his opinion. You can't.
No.
He said he's funny.
No. Like, why do you say these things, Elvis? You always want to start.
Be nice to him, Sawyer. He was very nice. He said, hello, beautiful people. You're beautiful. Say hello. Say thank you. You got to say thank you, Sawyer.
I ain't saying nothing of the sort.
You're just rude. That's just rude.
All right. So,
what we got, though? What's the next segment, though?
So next up, we have...
Turning the page. Oh, is it the Seth and Riddle?
No, we have Veer. Veer had a match.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, Seth and Riddle. Yes, Seth and Riddle and then Veer. Sorry.
Told you, Sawyer!
Clearly, I'm just such a big Veer stan. I don't know. So Seth comes out, and people were clowning his outfit, but I honestly feel like his outfit was very camp. Like, I like the outfit. I feel like it, those who get it. But he was definitely giving something with the look. It was definitely very stylish.
This is what I have to deal with. Let me bring this mic closer. I just realized this mic is far from me. How good.
Popular reviewer is this E-Entertainment. Okay, whatever. I make myself laugh.
That was a good joke.
Thank you. So Matt's talking, and instantly I was like, yeah, he's gonna be like, oh, I'm here. So I don't know why they were trying to trick me. You cannot trick me. Matt, I was shocked because of how things went. Seth was getting cheered like a lot initially when he was talking. Towards the end of the whole exchange with him and Matt was getting cheered, which I was happy about because I was scared. I was like, oh, they're going to boo this man. Don't boo him. Let him baby face in peace. And they did. I was like, yay, this crowd. Shout out to you, Washington. Shout out to you.
What do I want to... There's a sound I have for... Oh, is this it? That's what I think of Washington. But this was a good segment. I mean, they're going to have a match at Clash at the Castle. Matt and or Riddle and Seth. They're going to have a really good. No, Von Wagner, the great Von, works alone. He don't need to carry such dead weight. So no, Von, and I'm very bummed because my birthday is next week, and Von is not at Heat Wave, but yet we have Braun the Boar against. Are you all right? Do I need to go to the hospital? You all right? You good, Kat?
You're gonna keep spinning this narrative that Braun is boring, and I'm gonna keep telling you that you're wrong.
The bad guy is never wrong. Absolutely never, ever, never, ever, 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 ever.
Sir, be for real. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this.
I sent you an email. But we were talking about this. Good segment. The only thing I took away from this is Matt's my guy. I've spoke to him once or so. Cool dude. I would never run barefoot. And the what was it like that? That was gross. I was like, nah, that's a no for me, dog. I barely like walking barefoot in my house. So nah.
That was I haven't felt so disgusted by an act in so long on national TV. But when I seen him run his bare feet into that crowd, up them steps, and I'm sure people dropped food, popcorn, hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's sticky. Yep.
Like, you gonna run up in here like monkeypox ain't a thing. You out your goddamn mind.
You know, in 2003, because I used to have this huge crush on Britney and whatever, I can tell you when it stopped, when she started walking barefoot in these public bathrooms. So don't do that. That's when it stopped. I have if you have bad feet, I don't want to talk to you. So yes. So please make sure you wear shoes. But Riddle and Seth, that's going to be a great encounter. So let's get into Veer had a match. Let's get into that. I mean, we'll do a commercial after, but let's talk about it because there wasn't even much to talk about. I told you earlier that I was on Twitter and this guy showed up because this was the guy Veer fought. And I just wanted to share it with you guys. As I was on Twitter, there was like wrong answers only. Who is this guy? And someone on Twitter said, that's Edge's brother, Corner. And I wanted to share that because I thought it was hilarious. But that is Veer's. She laughed earlier. Don't let her fool you. She laughed earlier. There was giggle and some.
I want to also point out put the photo back.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please don't yell at me. Oh shit.
I want to point out his tattoo on his side because it's the same sign from the Charmed. If any Charmed fans in here.
Oh my God! You wanted me to put the no.
Yes, I thought that was cool.
No, well, it's not.
It is cool.
Oh, okay. It is cool. I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry.
So the Veer had a match. I was about to say the Veer. Who is that?
We barely work Mondays, folks, so bear with us. But yeah, the Veer. I love that. He just raises his eyebrow. Do you smell what the Veer's cooking? And it's like nothing but bear oil.
So Veer had a match with Veer. And I mean, it was basically like a squash match. Nothing really happened. Good on him. He's getting those squash matches. That's all I can say. Like, what,
I gotta say, I do want to just say, I mean,
dissect about a squash match. It.
No, it isn't. I just wanted to throw out like the guy got a lot more offense than I thought, or something like that, because he did hit him. He ran around. I was like, wow, this guy's making sure that you don't forget about him, because I won't forget about Corner. George, you lost so many points with me.
He lost points because he has good taste in shows. Like, you're a Von Wagner stan. At the end of the day, like, not too much.
I'm sorry, were you saying something? I couldn't hear you from all the way down there, Ant Woman. What did you say? Yeah, stop that. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah. Now let's talk about this incredible match. I thought it was really good. This is the match I was excited about. So when you thought about, hey, let's do this Monday Night Review show, this was her idea, ladies and gentlemen. I was excited seeing AJ Styles against Bobby Lashley, and I didn't realize that these guys have never like had a match. I did because I know they were both in Impact, but I just had no idea. Like, wow, nothing at all. And I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was solid. It was good. This is something I love right now about this new with Triple H taking over. I love that because to me, people say, oh, it's it's scripted, these are props, but this shit should fucking feel important. Like, I can't express that enough. I miss when these secondary belts, like, don't get me wrong, you should want to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Absolutely. But how you get there to be the World Heavyweight Champion? You go and have a good run with the secondary title. If you look at people who had these intercontinental runs and United States runs, maybe more intercontinental, I'm strictly trying to keep WWE here. Because I'm not going to go back and talk about NWA because I don't know crap about that. But it should feel important. This belt should be like, man, this person winning it, this person holding it, he should totally go for the WWE Championship. Not some freaking jabron or someone who watches Charm.
You know what?
I'm talking his.
No, because you're talking crap about Charm. Don't try and fix in your little insults if you want to speak your piece. All right, go.
I can tell you watch Charm because I feel like you put a vex on me when you did like this. I don't know what was going on. But I'm glad that they put in this title, make it feel really, really important. This is the second week too. I missed last week, like I said, but I was hearing it. Ciampa and Bobby had a really solid match. So you have someone with AJ. AJ really they mention all the time, he's this generation Shawn Michaels. It's a lot of pressure on him, but it's high praise. And they did not disappoint. I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. And Bobby was showing the power, the strength. AJ was showing the speed, and he was doing all this stuff. You know, you have Miz and Ciampa, and I'm sitting there saying, oh, come on. I want it to be like a really solid one-on-one. I don't want this interference. And, you know, they don't do much because Dexter Loomis just appeared out of freaking nowhere. The way he rolled up and just, like, I love how shocked he is that he's there. Like, he's just there, and then the way this. Honestly, you gave a shout out to Washington. Those security guards should be fired. Honestly, the way that this man just hopped over the barricade, and now they're like, "Oh, I have to do my job." The Benny Hill theme played in my head when they ran there, and then I think they even knocked down Corey Grave, who looked like he was passed out. It was hilarious. I really chuckled very hard when I saw that. But this was a really solid match. I'm not going to go by move, but it was a really, really good match, and I had fun watching that. And I think that's what I was excited about watching Raw. I was like, I'm having fun watching this. So I just wanted to say that on that piece. But what did you think about the match, Cap?
I thought it was so good. I was actually terrified sometimes. It was one point where Bobby Lashley threw AJ into the turnpost or whatever that thing is on the side.
Yeah.
And AJ let out this scream. I was like, oh God, check his back. Check his back.
Oh yeah, when he rolled out the ring, right? Yeah.
Scream. I was like, is he? But I also wanted to just touch on, because I like that you were talking about it as well, and it made me feel like, oh, I want to say something. This is how I feel like they should have been presenting the IC and the United States title all along, especially if you're gonna have a champion that you're gonna like have, here and there. Because I feel like what is going on where we don't have the champion on, like, as I feel like it should be consistent. Like I just don't remember it being like somebody, a wrestler or like the champion going for like however, and only popping up every once in a while. And I get maybe Roman's playing into his character, more than likely is, because right. I mean Roman used to always show up. Listen, nobody can ever take that from him. He shows up. But right now, I am getting irritated because it's making the show not seem, they didn't take it seriously. So now with them repositioning the mid titles and like giving them that power, it's like, oh, so we do have that main title that people can look forward to for an episode, instead of just like, well, let the inmates run the asylum. We'll just run around. There ain't no titles. Like, it's stupid. So I definitely love the putting importance back on those titles because it's necessary.
And I think even when you have a full-time champion, you should still make these titles feel like something. These are not like, I don't want to look at these things as just props. Like when I hear that, I feel like such a freaking cop-out answer. Like, oh, these are just props. These are just things. No, make it feel important, because then I care. Then I totally can get invested. I'm invested in what Bobby's doing. I think, I don't know if I told you this, but earlier this year, when Finn and Ricochet were champs, I said, oh, let's go. I said I was excited because, Survivor Series, these two going at it. I thought that would have been great. It's not the security's fault they can't catch Dexter. He's been born and raised in NXT. You know, fair enough. But they need to get their stuff together.
In the Bronx, like he was born and raised in the NXT parking lot. He's from the mean street.
I love how he just makes it sound like the mother just gave birth there, and that's all he knows is the NXT parking lot. Like that's just everything.
Yes, get him again. Get him for me. Get him again. I'm sorry.
Listen, we're not gonna sit here and attack George the Phenomenal, George the Great. That's actually his name, George the Great. How dare H-Man? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. George has a reason. No. Shay, I need you. No. Stop. I'm gonna need you to stop right now. I'm not gonna have you guys get in the chat and hit my man George like that. George has great taste, except when it comes to charm. That's it. And it's okay. You can get cured by that because there's science. But let's move on here. What else do we got, Captain? Come on, Captain. Lead the ship. Come on. Let's go.
Okay, so Bobby wins, which obviously he should have. I didn't know if we clarified that.
So I do want to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I do apologize. But this one scene, this one part that I thought was really cool. I wanted to touch it. When he had him in the calf crusher, killer, and Bobby said, I don't fucking care. And he put him in the hurt. Like, I just thought that was a cool counter. I just wanted to throw that out there. So I do apologize for interrupting. But what was the next segment?
No. That was a really cool spot. The whole crowd lost it, honestly. So we have Dakota Kai or Sky. Is it Dakota Sky now?
No, it's high. I mean, Kai. I said hi. Oh my God, I'm high. I'm high. I'm sorry.
That's the tag team name, Dakota Sky. Because I kept seeing that floating around a lot last week. So I'm like, what's going on?
I honestly thought that was an error, but maybe it is. I mean, I thought the whole thing was called.
I could be very wrong. I'm more than likely very wrong.
No, you're not. You're smart.
I'm wrong. So Dakota versus Dana Brooke. The right person won this match is what I will say. And shout out to Dana. She's repping her title. She's held it on for a long time. Proud of her.
You
are rude.
Look, I'm gonna talk because I'm smart, right? So, except when I ordered, I made an order from DoorDash today, and I was really unhappy with my meal. It was really sad. I kind of cried. Dana Brooke says something over the lines, and I forget which announcer says it. Because sometimes I listen to announcers, I don't write down what they say because I feel like then I'm gonna just I feel like my blood pressure is gonna increase, so I don't write it down, right? I know you guys care about my blood pressure. Jeffrey, every time he writes me, he said, I feel very concerned about you and said something about I need some kind of blood thing to calm down my pressure. But Dana said something. They said something on the line. Dana's representing for the veterans. And Corey Grave had to say, yo, what? I'm pretty sure Dakota Kai has wrestled longer than Dana Brooke. To which the announcer had to say, and I felt like when he was saying it, I can hear the uncertainty. And when he said it, he said, well, not as long as in WWE. What? Shut up. Please. I'm going to need you. I'm going to make a beverage. And you're going to, and you don't need ice with it. All you got to do is put it in the refrigerator. It's called shut up juice. That's all you need. Because why would you say that? Like when I hear that, I get annoyed with that. I hate, and I think, one of the things I do wish, I'm not saying you have to acknowledge all these companies, but let's stop acting like these people, this is their first rodeo. Let's stop acting like they haven't done any, like Dakota Kai might have been doing this for like 10, 15 years. 10, 15 years. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a number. Someone in the chat. Someone's going to correct me in the chat. But stop doing this like Dana Brooke. Woo! I'm done.
I think it was, honestly. I really think it was.
It probably was. I don't know. I thought it was what's the black dude's name? Byron. I thought it was Byron because Byron be saying sometimes stuff. George said, "What is shut up juice? It's juice that shuts you up." That's what it is. It's literally going to. I'm going to make it. I'm going to go because I'm friends with scientists. We're going to make it.
Can I just say?
Sure. Get one for Big Joseph. Yes, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm so happy for Dakota. I just love her. I think she's so talented. I think she's just amazing. And I'm just so happy she's getting that time to, really show her character. Like she didn't even get a chance. Like when they released her initially to really just even be for real on the main roster and get her time. So I'm just glad she's getting her time because she's just really that girl.
There was a big concern because it was like you was hoping that she would get a fair chance. A lot of these guys in NXT, and once again, I always throw it out here. I understand that NXT is different from the main roster. It's just two sets of different rules, different atmosphere, however you want to word it. But I was like, Dakota's good. Dakota's good. I don't want to say I feel like it's a crime that she wasn't the NXT champion. I feel like I said it before, like, oh, it's a crime. But it's not necessarily a crime, but she's just someone who just deserves a chance. She deserves the praise that you just gave her. I agree, because she's great. My first time getting to see anything with her was the Mae Young Classic. I believe it was the first one she was in. I forget. But I remember seeing her, and even when they turned her heel, I was concerned. I was like, why would they turn her heel? She just seemed like I would cheer for her. She just seemed like someone, why would I boo you? And then she did a great job with it. And then she did the thing where she was talking to herself, and she did a really good job with it. She probably does talk to herself.
And I think that's what I respect so much about her is whatever she is given, she works with it. Like 100%. Like whatever you give her, she's going to make it work to the best of her ability and knock it out the park.
And I think her being paired with Bayley and Io, which is great. I think they would have still alone. It might have took them a longer time, but them being paired with Bayley, it helps people go like, "Oh, this is a big, deal." When I was at the bar and they came out, not a lot of people knew who they were. Matter of fact, so I was listening to a show, a podcast or whatever, and they were talking about how with Dexter Lumis, like they said, "Oh, I was at the place, but not a lot of people knew who he was." And right, not a lot of people are gonna know who these people are, but someone like, okay, I wanted to use this example very much. We got someone in the chat. What we got? That was the same announcer who said Cody hasn't wrestled in 7 years, and Cody had to. See, thank you. I don't know which announcer that was, but I hate that they're in their own bubble.
Years, I don't remember.
Huh?
Where was he wrestling the last 3 years? I don't remember.
He was wrestling outside the WWE universe. He was wrestling in the Wrestling Galaxy.
I just remember he was in New Japan, and then he just disappeared. I didn't see him.
We got to grow up at some point, Shay. Can we get a damn she's great in that comment? Because that laugh is wow. But I was going to say a thing. A lot of people don't know these people, but I think you throw them out there and just see what happened. And I think when you have someone in the crowd who does, like, not a lot of people are going to know who this person is, but you have someone in the crowd like, whoa, that's what I wanted to use it as an example. I went to an NXT takeover in 2018. I'll never forget. It was around my birthday because we were out here in Brooklyn. And I remember one of my friends were like, "Oh, I don't know any of these people." I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be a good time," which was a banger of a show that weekend too. I said, you should listen to me because I'm smart. But Matt Riddle, that was the first time I saw Matt Riddle, and I knew who that was. But I remember everyone was kind of eating it up, and I said, "This guy must be a big deal." So I'm just saying, throw him out there. Some people you're gonna see people go like, "Oh, that's Dexter Lumis or Io," and it's gonna be. And I just think eventually people it gravitates to people like this person must be a big deal because everyone is kind of eating it up. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Hopefully that all made sense. Try to throw that all and contain it story. But what was the next segment we have, Kat?
The next segment that we have, and Dakota won that match, by the way. It was definitely a squash. I just want to make sure we clarify that. I like to clarify that at the end of every
before everyone attacks us, right? How do you not know that? What was it? Dana got offense? How dare you? No, carry on.
I hate you. So we have Theory versus Dolph Ziggler. This was a very cute match. Like they definitely did their thing. Yeah, like I was like, okay, and honestly, I felt like they would. I feel like Theory is very underrated in ring wise. Like I don't know what it is, but everyone just hates Theory, and I don't know if he's doing his job well or if it's that what happens. You know what happens when they figure out who they have clued in as their future guys. They be like, "Oh, you want this guy to be your future? Oh, I'm booing him. Period. I'm done. I'm booing him." Like they do that all the time. They did it with Roman. They did it with John. Anytime they see somebody about to be put on, they're like, "Oh no, you can't be doing too good, sir. Like you got to do this good for wrestling fans. If you do this good, it's like, oh no, you're out your rabbit ass mind. Now I'm gonna boo you." That's just how wrestling fans work. They're so fickle. So now they're booing Theory. I mean, he's a good heel, but I feel like a lot of that boo is just like, I'm fighting against you because I know that you're the chosen face. And stop it. Stop it.
But you said some stuff. You said some good stuff, right? I think the difference is when you said Roman and John, they were baby faces and they were forced baby faces. So with Theory, I think it's him doing his job. I think there's people who just generally don't like him. I mean, I'm pretty sure of that. But I do believe that, and listen, he's getting the right reactions he needs to get as a heel. When John was getting booed as a baby, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. And stuff when Roman suffering suffrage and whatever he said. But Theory, no, Theory's doing his thing. Theory's doing his thing. And you said you really think he's underrated. How? Because of his in-ring work?
He's very underrated in-ring wise. I feel like people just focus on, he has the look, he has the charisma, and I feel like when a wrestler's really pretty, he is really pretty. They get like this weird like how dare you? Like, I don't know if like fans are just weird how they just, I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, Theory's on top. He's that dude. And this was a really, really good match. I really enjoyed myself. Like, I knew that I would. Then I saw that it was going to happen. I was like, they're not going to have a bad match. I'm sorry.
Dolph Ziggler is someone who, like I said earlier, I mean, you can't say I just don't feel like you can say he had a bad career. I think his career, he has a pretty solid career. I mean, was there things that could have been better? Of course. I mean, they talked about that cash-in. And it was a great cash-in. I remember the pop that he got. It was amazing. And his run was forgettable, though. It was totally forgettable. But nonetheless, a great career. And, I mean, I'm not saying like it's over. Make it sound like it's over. Yes, please do that. Like, share, and subscribe. But I thought that it was a good match. I just didn't think that should have been. Now, to me, I don't think that should have been the main event. But I was sitting there leaning, saying maybe it leads to something. Because there's been a lot of cliffhangers. So I was saying, oh, maybe and it didn't. And, maybe sometimes you just got to switch it up where, you can have that. So, I tweeted, I said, oh, I think AJ and Bobby should have been the main event. And you said, well, I don't know which one you were talking about. Maybe it was AJ, right? You said, well, he can't be in the main event all the time. And, joking.
I think it was
Bobby. No, it was AJ. It was AJ. Because remember, the cliffhanger was then that's when Dexter showed up. And every time he showed up, it was with AJ.
Yes. AJ came out because he was interfering. Well, not interfering, but he was helping or trying to help Bobby because Ciampa and Miz were trying to get one over.
Yeah, that's when, absolutely.
Well, yes, Bobby was in the main event.
No, AJ. It was AJ, though.
I hate you. No, AJ came out to help.
Oh, he did come out there. Oh, I thought they had a match. AJ. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I didn't watch the show last week. Don't yell at me.
You're telling me I watched Raw last week. You're trying to tell me what happened. It's just crazy.
You're crazy because you think Charm is good. But there's going to be a review show about Charm, and I'm going to review it. It's going to be great. I'm going to review all one season of it, and because it was that bad, it got canceled. But no, the match, I mean, but I sit here and say all that to say, I just thought that should have been the main event. And you mentioned like, oh, he was in the main event already, but nonetheless, I just felt, and the way they hyped up this this United States match, I was like, oh, this totally got to end the show. But I guess you got to switch it up. But real quick, I mean, we'll be here all night just yelling at each other, mainly her because she yells too loud. I sit here and say Raw is going into the right direction. You tweeted last week, and I felt like it was last week, so correct. You will correct me. Yeah, it was last week, and you said this was the first Raw I watched all like the entire show. Because you don't watch Raw entirely, right?
No, I'm just strictly an NXT watcher. Occasional SmackDown watcher, but SmackDown's been kind of dropping a bit for me. And
you've been liking Impact.
Well, yeah, Impact, but I'm more consistent with NXT than anything, though.
That's right, and you can catch us tomorrow. This duo will be back again. That was such a great plug. Good job, Captain. But you said that, and just to show how much Raw has been improving. And it's great. I think it's great, and it's fun, and it's fun to be because nonetheless, was solid. I'm giving it a solid B. I feel like that's just your letter. I feel like you give everything a solid B.
Sometimes it's a B. Sometimes it's a B. B is just like the perfect response.
No, it's fine. That's fine. What did you call me? You said I'm a B.
I didn't call you a B.
I was making sure. I was saying, "Whoa, I'm hurt." I wrote a song called.
I didn't call you a B.
I wrote a song saying I'm not a B, but that was great. How dare you? But that was Raw. I don't think we'll be doing any other Raw reviews, but if we do, if anything happened, you guys will know, and you guys will know if you guys follow us on Facebook. You see that? There's a Facebook, there's a YouTube, there's a I can't go that far. There's Instagram, there's right below is Twitter
too. TikTok.
Yeah, Twitch, and I didn't get there because TikTok is right there. You got to point to it. Do it.
And yes, I'm very happy about Hit Row.
Yes.
You know, I feel like there was so much left on the table, like for what they could, you know, offer to the company. So I'm happy that they're getting that chance. And anyone who's saying they're not that good, but they don't have Swerve, please shut up. Shut up. They'll be just fine.
Who said that? Did Alvin and Chipmunks write you?
You know the people who said it.
No, I mean it's different without Swerve, but something I was informed of. They formed that team before Swerve joined them. Swerve joined them, and I guess just to make and it was a great package. But it's good to see them back. It puts another team out there, and I'm excited. I mean, some of these people that they've been bringing. Matter of fact, when I was watching Raw tonight, I was like, "Who are they gonna bring back? Who's the Easter egg?" I was a little excited, and it wasn't, and that's cool too because it brought your interest. Because last week when they had Dexter, you was like, "Oh, then what's gonna happen this week?" And Dexter showed up again, but then you was like, "Who else is it?" So, but it's good to see Hit Row back.
I think that's exciting now that I feel like other places it was like every week, who's gonna show up? Now, how the turntables. Now everybody's watching Raw and SmackDown like, who's gonna show up? Who's gonna show up? And I'm waiting for, you know what? Let me be quiet. But anyways, I'm gonna speak it anyways. I'm not gonna be quiet.
No.
You know what? This will be my final word.
No, don't do that. There won't be your final word because we didn't even do plug. You say that for your final word. I want you to remember all of that because.
Okay. Yep, you're right. Do the plugs. Let's do the plugs, and then I'm gonna say my finals.
Can you not yell at me? Like, can you not yell at me? Like, I was saying, like, keep that going, but I want to get to some of the chat, and then you're yelling at me. Like, you're embarrassing me in front of everybody. Like, everyone think I'm a punk because you yell at me. We got, and that's cool, Jeffrey. If you can't make tomorrow, we know you're there in spirit. We always appreciate you, and class is important, so definitely do the class. But we always appreciate you stopping by. We got George. He said B-Fab is my favorite. Ooh wee. We got Triple H isn't done with the returns. No, I don't believe him. I don't believe him to be done at all.
Can I also say something? I just want to add something really quick. In terms of this, Jeffrey, I just want you to know, and I want everyone to know, like, you guys coming here is never it's not like a mandatory thing. It is a privilege for you guys to sit and like watch us. So, do anything you ever have to do. Like, you have to explain it. Whenever you're here, it's amazing. If you're not, we know you're here in spirit. So, yes, I just had to say that. That's it.
Oh, that's it? I thought you wanted to say more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to say more. I apologize. Top Dollar formed the team in the Indies. It was just called The Row. Brandy started dropping promos before Swerve on her IG with two even when they were in the PC. Didn't know that. There's a lot of things I didn't know. Just wait until Sasha and Naomi come back. The pop will, yeah, absolutely. I agree. We need a yelling limit. You hear that, Sawyer? B-Fab was my love performance. And we love you too back, Jeffrey. And we appreciate it. So we're going to do some plugs real quick. We're going to do some plugs. So this is a rare Raw review. But, the real A show is, I don't want to brag, but look at these two beautiful people right here. You got the bad guy and you got the Captain Shakespeare. We're going to be here tomorrow again reviewing, what's it called? Heat Wave? Or was it Wave?
Heat Wave NXT.
Good job. That was a great promo right there. That was good. And We're not sure what's going on with the Dynamite couple, but they might be here this Wednesday. I almost said this weekend. They might be here. I do want to touch this real quick. We didn't touch this. I'm so ashamed that we did. This goddamn sense, but I laughed.
So unserious. I'm sorry. I can't with him. I can't.
And look at the mother though. Like I remember I zoomed in on the mother. I said they just don't care. I said they just don't care. I wanted to touch that real quick. It's a shame we didn't touch that, but there's a lot of plugs. Entertainment. This Wednesday we're reviewing She-Hulk. She-Hulk debuts this Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'll be back. There's no graphics, so just listen to my voice as I do this. But we're going to be reviewing She-Hulk. 8 p.m. is me, Cedar Superior, and Vic. Cedar Superior, by the way, we had a UPR battle this weekend, and I don't want to brag, but it was the Tricks Rabbit against the Lucky Charms, and I am Nothing. I have won 2 times. I'm on the road to 3 in a row. Yes, I sent an email because I'm just winning. Hashtag victory juice. Hashtag for the Jack Pack community. I just wanted to throw it out there because all I do is win. And that's why that song was written for me so many eons ago.
That cracked me up, Commander. I can't lie. That's funny.
Yes, absolutely. Ezekiel's stuff was just stupid, but I laughed. I remember laughing. I said, I hate myself, but I laughed. What else do we got here? I think there's some other entertainment stuff. I mean, I think tomorrow they continue the Rocky series. At 8, I believe they're now entering. If it's not Rocky Balboa, it's Creed, and that's it. And there should be some gaming stuff. Continue to follow us on all social media platforms. We do wrestling. The link is all there. You know what? To end it all off, because we are going to go home. So we got wrestling, we got entertainment, we got gaming. Shay, I mean, the links are all there. But Shay, don't you have something going on? What do you do?
I Twitch. I stream.
Bitch!
I play.
Because I've had it with you! I've had it with you, Leon! You were the one I wanted the whole time. Okay, he's downstairs. I hear. Ow! He fell in the hole! That's what you get! Ha ha! He fell in the hole! He tried to get to me! Fell in the hole! Ha ha! Oh my god, get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! Get the fuck off of this generator! Get out!
Out in public, make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring. Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me, choke out for you, let it get inside of me, tell her where to put it, never tell him where I'm about to be on run. I'm sorry, I'm done. Tell her where to put it. Ah! Another win for the boys.
Yeah, I should subscribe to that. I know you was getting ready to say something, but you know, I always got. I laugh that you always never prepared for it.
Every time too. I don't know why I haven't caught on at this point.
But tell them where they can catch you. The link is there, but please tell them.
Well, it's just Shay Sawyers on Twitch, on TikTok, on Instagram. Yeah, it's basically the same name everywhere, to be honest. Yeah. My New York no, listen, it really is. Like, you don't understand. The New York, when it comes out, it's scary. That's all I have to say. Are you ready for my final words?
Yes, ma'am. Please, with your final words.
I hope somehow Triple H sees this. Somehow. It's time. We're done. We let the little kids play with him for a little bit. We let them have that so they can say that they had that. But it's time. Give Jay White that call. That's all I'm saying. I'm done with the games. Call him now. We need to figure it out. It needs to happen soon. I'm not waiting any longer. We let the little ones have their little time with him. It was like, aw, you know, it's like a little when you let entertainer go to like shake hands with people at like shows, like we're like, oh, let him go shake some hands. I'm gonna go entertain the kids at the kids' party. Bring him to the stage now. It's time. I don't want to hear anymore. Give him a call. How dare you, George? How dare you? Sorry.
Playing from RPJ's iPhone.
Alexa, stop coming for me because I'm done.
You leave Alexa alone.
This is sick, and this is all blasphemy, is what I'm hearing. Mr. J can stay where he is. He can do what he likes. He can come on his own time. That's him. He's gonna have to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
That.
What else you want to touch?
But Jay, we need that. We need that. Yeah, we need that. Got some haters.
I didn't do that.
How you gonna not know who Jay White is while we in his era? That's crazy to me. But anyway,
I saw him. I mean, in cheap plug, we were at a House of Glory show, and he looked pretty good. He looked pretty good. So
yeah, he does. I got the pictures. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, he's great. We need him in WWE immediately. Now you're saying Tama first. Now you're playing in my face. Jeffrey, you're so unserious right now.
Don't do that to the chat. Don't you sit here and do that in the chat. You leave these beautiful people.
Oh, you're out your mind.
No. Don't you do that. Don't you attack these people. It's time that I have turned baby here. Turned baby face. How dare you attack the... How is
that possible?
How dare you attack the chat when all they are doing is giving their opinion? Listen, Hale Sawyer, we're not going to have that here. We're not going to sit here and attack these beautiful people who came here to see us and they sit here and give us their opinion. So how dare you? How dare you turn heel on the great people of Unpopular Review, UPR Universe? Come to the Jack Pack community. I told you for many years, I'm louder than you. Ha ha ha.
No, and can I also say, hold up.
Oh no.
Jay White is everything that you guys were trying to convince me so hard for years that Kenny Omega was, and I will die on this hill. Jay White is giving, which I said Kenny Omega was giving, but he wasn't giving that. He wasn't. No, Mancha, I am not attacking you. Stop. I love you, Mancha, I swear.
How dare you mute me? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, or just gentlemen, because I don't know if there's anyone that's in there. But we appreciate you guys watching. I told you guys, but you guys fall. Oh, look, Shay, she got the smile. The captain was a heel from the beginning. But let me tell you something, ladies and there's no ladies here. Oh, well, except Captain. She's here. Kenny's overrated. Jack Pack community. Yes, hashtag that. But ladies and gentlemen, and I keep saying ladies and gentlemen, there's probably someone in there. We're going to call tonight. And like I do on what we got here, Kenny's. Oh, you just wanted to make sure that get that comment down, okay? Like I agree, but I don't even know if I agree. I don't hate Kenny Omega or disagree or whatever. But we're gonna call it a night. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Catch us tomorrow on Tuesday, right after NXT go off the air. We'll be on 10:10 or something like that. And with her last words, my last words are always, even though she was very mean to me tonight. Damn, she's great. I'm the bad guy. She's the captain. And where's this outro? Oh, there's the outro. There we go. Go ahead. You want to blow the beautiful people a kiss? She's such a hair. Good night, everybody. Hey guys, we want to say thank you for tuning in on a random episode of Monday Night Raw. You guys were awesome. Give us a like, love, and share. And that's all, folks.